Suit against Monsanto opens up in a Clayton courtroom today.
And in this case, 3 people claim long-time exposure to the chemicals in Roundup.
Opposing the agrochemical company Monsanto's genetically modified seeds, claiming that they disrupt the ecological system and contribute to climate change.
In the heart of the American heartland, a dark secret lurks. A secret so sinister it could shake the very foundations of our society. A secret so well kept it has remained hidden for decades. But now, the truth is finally coming out. Monsanto, one of the world's largest agricultural companies, has been accused of some of the most heinous crimes imaginable. From poisoning children to destroying the environment, Monsanto has a long and sordid history of putting profits over people. In this groundbreaking exposé, we will reveal Monsanto's darkest secrets. We will expose the truth about their toxic pesticides, their genetically modified seeds, and their ruthless business practices. Monsanto is a big company that works in farming and chemicals. It started in 1901 in St. Louis, Missouri. At first, they made things like saccharin, caffeine, and vanillin. Then, they got into farming. In the 1980s, they started to spend a lot of money on farming technology. They made plants that were genetically changed and crops that could resist weed killers. This change in what they did was a very big moment for the company. But it also made many people upset them and caused a lot of arguments. People had many worries about Monsanto's farming technology. One big worry was that changing plants genetically might be bad for people's health. Some studies said it could cause problems like allergies and make antibiotics less useful. Also, Monsanto's crops that could fight against weed killers led to using too much weed killer. This made superweeds that couldn't be killed by weed killers. People also said Monsanto did bad things like hiding research that showed their products could be bad. Monsanto got into a lot of trouble because of this. In 2001, farmers said their crops were messed up because of Monsanto. Special seeds. Recently, people have been suing Monsanto about the safety of their weed killer called Roundup. These lawsuits showed that Monsanto might have known about the problems with Roundup, but didn't tell anyone. Because of all these arguments and problems, Monsanto became a very controversial and divisive company in farming and technology. Monsanto, a big global company in farming and biotechnology, has been accused of hiding information about a chemical called glyphosate, which is the main part of its popular weed killer Roundup. Glyphosate is linked to a lot of health problems like cancer, birth defects, and kidney disease. But people say Monsanto is trying to keep these problems, especially when the research is done by scientists who are not working for Monsanto. In 2015, a part of the World Health Organization called the International Agency for Research on Cancer said glyphosate is probably a substance that can cause cancer in humans. This goes against what Monsanto says about its weed killer being safe. But with this warning, Monsanto still says its products are safe and doesn't trust research that doesn't agree with them. People also say Monsanto is changing data to make its products look safer. They say that Monsanto wrote research papers and made it look like independent scientists did the work, making it seem like everyone agrees on the safety of glyphosate. They also say Monsanto changed data to make other chemicals in its products seem less harmful, like polychlorinated biphenyls, which can cause cancer and other health problems. These claims of messing with science and data have made people really worried about whether Monsanto's research can be trusted and if its products are safe. Monsanto's influence on government groups that make rules about safety has also been talked about a lot. People say that Monsanto uses its power and money to make these groups say its products are safe, like pushing the Environmental Protection Agency, EEAFI, to downplay the dangers of glyphosate. In 2017, emails that came out during a lawsuit against Monsanto showed that the company tried to stop independent research on glyphosate and worked with it. Officials to protect its interests. All these claims of controlling rules and working with government agencies have made people wonder if these agencies can really keep us safe when companies like Monsanto are involved. People say Monsanto is hiding research, changing data, and making rules work in its favor. This has made people question if Monsanto's products are safe and if we can trust its research. Additionally, it demonstrates the need for more regulations and honesty in the farming and biotech sectors, as well as for independent research and rules to protect us. Monsanto's actions involving patents on seeds and lawsuits against farmers have had a big impact on the farming world. They've patented genetically changed seeds, which means farmers can't save and reuse seeds from their own crops. This led to lawsuits against farmers who didn't know they were using these patented seeds, causing financial problems for many small-scale farmers. In 2013, the Supreme Court supported Monsanto's right to sue farmers for using patents, even if the farmers didn't realize they were doing it. This has created a sense of fear among farmers, forcing them to buy new seeds each year, increasing their expenses and taking away their independence. Monsanto's control over farming has had wide-ranging effects on small businesses and local economies. Their aggressive tactics pushed many small seed companies out of business, leaving farmers with fewer choices and less competition. This concentration of power allowed a handful of big companies, including Monsanto, to dominate the global market. As a result, farmers have been encouraged to grow single types of crops that are more profitable but not as strong against pests and diseases. This has harmed small businesses and local economies, leaving many farmers struggling to make a living. The impact of Monsanto's actions on small farmers and business has been really tough. The way they aggressively use lawsuits and take over the seed market has left many farmers feeling like they have no other option but to buy Monsanto's products, even if they don't agree with how the company operates. Furthermore, Monsanto's control over the seed market has led to less variety in seeds, making crops more vulnerable to pests and diseases. In the Monsanto Papers, a book by investigative journalist Carey Gillum, you can learn about how Monsanto has been deceptive and manipulative, uncovering the true consequences of their actions. Studies have shown that glyphosate can persist in soil and water for extended periods, leading to contamination of groundwater and surface water sources. This contamination can have serious consequences for human health and the health of ecosystems, including increased risk of cancer, damage to aquatic life and ecosystems, negative impacts on soil health and biodiversity. The German pharmaceutical and chemical company Bayer acquired Monsanto in 2018, taking on many ongoing legal battles relating to Monsanto's products and practices. These lawsuits include claims that glyphosate exposure causes cancer and accusations of manipulating science and working closely with government agencies. While Bayer has tried to settle some of these cases, many are still ongoing and the company continues to face public scrutiny and criticism. At present, Monsanto's products and practices remain subjects of ongoing debate and controversy. Bayer's takeover hasn't eased concerns about the safety and ethics of genetically modified crops and glyphosate usage. It's essential to hold corporations accountable for their actions and prioritize sustainable and ethical practices in agriculture. If you like the video, then do share it and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon